Okay, so we are live, and yes, Shruti, over to you.
थैंक यू। कोशिश कर हल निकलेगा, आज नहीं तो कल निकलेगा। अर्जुन के तीर सा सद मरुस्थल से भी जल निकलेगा। मेहनत कर, पौधों को पानी दे, बंजर जमी से भी फल निकलेगा। कोशिशें जारी रख कुछ कर गुजरने की, जो है आज थमा थमा सा चल निकलेगा। Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to this magnificently glorious day. On behalf of IICC, it's my great pleasure and first and foremost duty to extend a very heartfelt welcome to everyone of the renowned galaxy of intellectuals, distinguished guests, benevolent faculty members, and dear students for their amiable presence at today's inaugural ceremony of Innovative India Coding Championship 2022. All India Council of Technical Education, AICTE, in association with Coding Ninjas and Chandigarh University, is celebrating the advent of the 75th independence of India, the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, to embody the central government's vision of National Education Policy 2020. Now, I would like to introduce Mr. Karan Bhargav, who is Senior Growth Associate at Coding Ninjas and Central Coordinator IICC. With his phenomenal intellect and tireless efforts, conceived the idea of orchestrating India's greatest coding competition, Innovative India Coding Championship 2022, by bringing in collaboration of Coding Ninjas with AICTE and Chandigarh University. Please, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Shruti, for the wonderful welcome. Good morning, everyone, and I welcome all the dignitaries who are present here. Honorable Professor Dr. Anil Sahasrabuddi, Chairman AICT, Professor Dr. Anil Srivastava, former Regional Vice President of Computer Society of India, Honorable Mr. Ankush Singla, CEO Coding Ninjas, and all the dignitaries who are present here from Chandigarh University and Coding Ninjas. So we have started this idea to bringing innovative India coding championship on board to support the vision of our honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, to transform the technical culture in India and also to promote the programming into every corner of India. I will not take much time here, so I would like to invite the man of the hour, Mr. Ankush Singla sir here. He is an alumni of IIT Delhi and Stanford University. Earlier worked with Amazon and Facebook, then came to India and started India's most loved technical platform, Coding Ninjas. Welcome, sir. Over to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Karan. Thanks a lot. Hi, everyone. First of all, it's a pleasure to be part of this panel, this esteemed panel. Having chairman of AICTE, so many people from great sort of representatives from Chandigarh University here, welcoming all the students for this event and the launch of this event. It's a pleasure to be here. And first of all, I would like to thank AICTE and Chandigarh University for supporting us in this event. The fact that Anil sir is taking out time shows that we are the importance of this event, and as well as how AICTE is promoting coding across colleges and how it's in really good hands is obviously visible. And I would like to thank Coding Ninjas team for getting this set up, and the speed at which they have set this up is absolutely amazing. I think the idea of having an event like this was bringing to fruits only like couple of weeks or maybe 3 weeks back, and the speed of execution has been amazing. AICTE and Chandigarh University has been very, very instrumental in sort of providing their support and helping us sort of get this live, right? So I will not take a lot of time, but just want to talk about how coding is something that Coding Ninjas has been at the forefront of pushing the next generation of engineers to become world-class coders. We strongly believe that future is going to be more and more tech, and the techies and the geeks that we are going to produce today are going to be building this future for us. For our nation, we are into the 75th independence year. So the coding and overall, I think, building the right sort of builders who can create the next technology leaps for us is going to be very, very important for nation building, very, very important for our country to sort of become a producer in terms of become a leader in terms of technology is extremely important. And I'm glad that AICTE is, along with Coding Ninjas and Chandigarh University, sort of taking out steps and like leading in to make sure that we are going in that direction, and we are guiding the students and giving them the right platform so that they can shine and do well in their career, as well as provide become like the force of the nation to make sure that we as a nation do really, really well in the next sort of technology innovations that are going to take place, right? This is going to be an amazing event, fun filled event. The three different rounds, and like lakhs and lakhs of students are going to take part in this. I think this is going to be an amazing event for all the students who want to showcase their skills at national stage. And obviously, it comes with all the accolades that you get, as well as great access to jobs and internships, which are being brought by the support of the training and placement cell at Chandigarh University, as well as Coding Ninjas. So the winners will get amazing rewards along with the accolades, along with that opportunities to basically get jobs and internships as well, right? So it's going to be a hard contest, but I think it's going to be fun-filled as well. Try to enjoy yourself, do take part in the event, and it's going to be an absolutely amazing event that I'm really looking forward to, which is going to take place over the next 2 to 3 months, right? Thanks a lot for to everybody who is in this panel, and really looking forward to hear from Anil sir, as well as from Chandigarh University representatives. So yeah, thank you, Karan. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, to the audio.
Thank you so much, sir. So, guys, finally, the moment has arrived for which you've been waiting for, the launch of the Innovative India Coding Championship 2022. Can I please request that the video be shown by the management team?
Can someone confirm if the screen is visible?
Yes, sir,
Yes, visible.
Sure.
Are you looking to code the future? On the advent of 75th independence of India, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, a country which is largest producer of coders, has entered into Amrit Kaal.
साथियों, आकांक्षी जिलों में मिली सफलताओं को देखते हुए देश ने अब अपने लक्ष्यों को और विस्तार किया है। आज आजादी के अमृत काल में देश का लक्ष्य है सेवाओं और सुविधाओं का 100% सैचुरेशन।
To promote national education policy, an initiative by Government of India, AICTE, All India Council of Technical Education, in collaboration with Coding Ninjas, biggest tech upskilling platform with 2.5 million users, and Chandigarh University, ranked as India's third private university as per QS ranking, brings to you the biggest coding event, IICC, Innovate India Coding Championship. Budding coders across India will battle at this coding event for cash prize worth 11 lakh, scholarship by Coding Ninja, and placement internship opportunities. So, what round you should expect at IICC? Round 1 would be aptitude and basic coding round. Round 2 would be advanced online coding round. And round 3 would be the grand finale at Chandigarh University campus. So, are you ready to form part of this revolutionary coding culture of India? IICC.
So with this moment, we have finally witnessed the official launch of IICC, and now I'd like to invite Youth Partnership Project Manager, Dr. Richa Bansal, She has been very instrumental in terms of creating this idea and converting this idea into reality. So, welcome, ma'am, to this panel, and please bless the ceremony with your words. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Karan. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Okay, okay. So thank you so much, Karan, for a nice welcome, and I'm really very thankful, to all of you for having me here, and especially to Anil sir who accepted our invitation to be the chief guest for the event. Now, here I would like to introduce Professor Anil D. Sahasrabuddhe, who is the chairman at All India Council for Technical Education. Those are needs no introduction as such, but still just to motivate all the audience here, all the students, young minds, about his achievements and everything, so that they can also get motivated because he's a great inspiration to everyone here, and he's my favorite academician, Indian academician. So definitely, I would like to mention about few of his achievements here. So, Professor Anil Sahasrabuddhe has held several important academic, research, and administrative positions at Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, Tata Consulting Engineers, Northeastern Regional Institute of Science and Technology, Itanagar, IIT Guwahati, and College of Engineering, Pune, prior to joining as AICTE chairman. As an academician and researcher in NARIST and IIT Guwahati, and as director COEP, he has taken up several new initiatives for academic, curricular, and co-curricular activities, entrepreneurship, research, and good governance. Sir has been an architect of reforms in technical education at AICTE, which include mandatory student induction and internships, faculty certification, and Atal faculty development programs, creating first ever India's MOOC platform Swayam, examination reforms, innovation movement, series of hackathons, Indian knowledge systems, new funding schemes for supporting students, faculties, and institutes. Sir is chairman, Basic Scientific Research, Empowered Committee of UGC and Swayambhu. He's a fellow of ISTE, IET, Institution of Engineers, and INAE. Sir has been bestowed with several awards, which include Maha Entrepreneur Award 2011 of Praj Industries, Jeevan Gaurav Purashkar, that is Lifetime Achievement Award from MIT World Peace University, Pune in 2019, Mahatma Gandhi Leadership Award from Indian Achievers Forum and CSR Times 2019. Sir, we are very privileged to have you here, and I would like to invite you to kindly inspire our students with your valuable thoughts. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Richa. At the outset, I'd like to thank Professor Anand Agarwal, the new Vice Chancellor who has taken over Chandigarh University reins, and the former Dr. Shan, Dr. Shruti, and also from Coding Ninja, Ankush Sangla, Karan, all of you who are here, along with students of not only Chandigarh University, but from the rest of the country who are participating in this very grand Innovative India Coding Championship 2022. The idea itself is very interesting, great. There have been coding competitions held by many companies in the past. I know of TCS, Infosys holding their in-house and then inviting colleges. But this one coming from Coding Ninjas is very exciting because ninjas are the fighters. They are the ones in Japanese language, one who come out in the martial arts. Now, in the today's modern world, with so many complexities, the kind of coding that is required to be done has become more and more complex, and therefore challenges are beyond our imagination. Because we today have artificial intelligence, we have machine learning, we have deep learning, we have all variety of technologies which have come in, Internet of Things, blockchain, augmented reality, virtual reality. We also have metaverse today. We talk about metaverse, data science, cloud and quantum computing. All of this requires different types of coding. And the simplest one is starting from the portals which each institution develops. We call our websites, institutional websites, which are very attractive, which will be giving out information as is desired, required for the stakeholders, to solving various complex problems. There are also, software required for the drones. We have a series of drones, how they communicate with each other. We have ICT coupled with programming language. We have also robotics, which will get into very harsh areas in order to solve the problem which is there, maybe firefighting, maybe in the nuclear power plant. And all of this requires very robust coding. Although in our colleges, right in the first year of engineering, all of us do take a course. I remember in my old times, we used to have a programming course, in Fortran. They used to be in COBOL or in BASIC. Gone are the days. Then we started with C, C++, the foundations of programming languages and coding. And today we have, whether it is Java, whether it is Python, whether it is R, and all of that. And we also talk of no coding or zero coding. In fact, there are codes which write codes themselves. So the situation has changed multifold. But however, the basics, the fundamentals, the foundations for solving any problem lies in understanding the basics. And that's where the ability of the students, whether it is analytical thinking, critical thinking, creativity, all come into place. And a code, which may be of millions of lines, but one which is very elegant, which is efficient, which is effective, and as small as possible is going to be the order of the day. And how do we do it? Today we are celebrating our 75th year of independence, that is Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav. What better time would be when we hold competitions where we solve the problems of the society, challenges that we have. In fact, I again recollect 4.5, 5 years ago when we started first ever Smart India Hackathon, a national level hackathon where challenging problem statements are given from the government departments, from the industry, from the colleges and universities, from the society for undergrad students who came out with brilliant out-of-the-box ideas. Today, each year during our announcement of the problem statements, more than 1 million students give their ideas. We shortlist them 1:100, bring them down to around 10,000 in number, and then we hold, actually earlier we used to hold, in fact, the physical hackathon. Last 2 years we had no choice because of the pandemic, that we had the digital hackathon, which is an online hackathon. Making use of GitHubs, we conducted 2 hackathons. But this year again, when it is opening up, we have 530 odd problem statements. Students from all over the country are participating. Very, very interesting and challenging problems from the organizations like even ISRO, DRDO, Ministry of Railways, MITI, to small and medium scale industries, and all of that being thrown as a challenge to undergrad students. This particular competition is exactly almost on the same lines, and that's why AICT had no hesitation in partnering with the Coding Ninjas as well as Chandigarh University to motivate our young students to participate and then give back as much as possible. On this occasion, I would also like to mention that there are huge number of applications that are waiting. All of us need not be looking for jobs after we complete our graduation. Many of us should become like Coding Ninjas, create startups or create the entrepreneurial journey of their own. And therefore, these skill sets are going to be very, very important. And these start from today, from the school days. And the new national education policy, which is just announced 2 years back, talks about giving not only coding skills, but also AI course for the 8th, 9th, 10th standard students. When such students complete their 12th grade, they would have already been developing some kind of an application or the other, and they enter into engineering colleges or management schools or architecture, pharmacy, any of the technical domain, or even in medical schools. I'm sure they all will provide solutions which are very, very important for the society. Again, reflect and recollect working with CSI, Sri Anil Srivastav, former Vice President of CSI is also there. We worked with Dr. Abhiram Ranade, Professor of IIT Bombay, and then subsequently Dr. Pankaj Jalote is the Director of IIIT Delhi. And we created a very interesting, not only course structure, course curriculum, where students will have hands-on learning on programming and coding. Coding will become the order of the day. It is not just for computer science students. In fact, it will percolate down to school, high school, or even for that matter, arts, commerce, science. Any domain of knowledge will require coding skills. And these coding skills will bring in other values. As I had said in the beginning, it builds our analytical ability. Well, before we write a code, naturally we put it on paper, our strategy to solve the problem. What are the challenges that exist and how do you want to solve the problem? And in my old days, I remember before writing any Fortran program, we used to write a flow chart. How do we have the flow in the programming, the coding, and thereby the code created is both accurate, it will give the results that are desired, but also very efficient. And that will bring into life in other aspects also. Be it a student is conducting a cultural program or a cultural event or in a sports event in an institution, a lot of preparation goes behind that, and that requires team building, teamwork. Programming and coding is also team building of different architecture which comes together and talks to each other and then develops that. And therefore, we may have to divide the work for solving a large problem into smaller segments, and different people will coordinate with each other and write a code. And therefore, the coding contest in the beginning could be appearing to be very simple, but when you get into industry, it becomes more and more complex, involving hundreds of coders who will have to interact with each other. And that is itself a great skill, art of team building. How do you coordinate with each other? How time management is important. How whatever is solution required can be delivered within the required time limit. Otherwise, you will lose business. And therefore, whether it is the employability quotient of the students, which improves, entrepreneurial ability of the students will improve. And therefore, in the Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav, the next 25 years till we complete our centenary celebration, I'm sure India would be a leader. It's already a leader in IT. And that's why all the IT services are provided by India to the rest of the world. But we should also become product creators. Most of the products come from abroad. We are service providers. We run different organizations as a back end. How we can come in the front foot. In the cricket, we play back foot and front foot. We should not be on the back foot now. We should be on the front foot. And how the whole world should look forward to India as the provider of solution. Be it then in the case of agriculture, how there are apps which can be developed by the students which will be helpful for the farmer, both for marketing his products or for buying some of the required inputs, whether it is fertilizers, whether it is good quality seeds, and how different types of engagements with other farmers, how crop rotation is to be done. I think these are applications where domain knowledge of agriculture is important, but also coding skills are important to make that application which is user-friendly. Same is the case with healthcare. During the pandemic, we saw the great revolution in terms of taking care of the health. Our Aadhaar system, which was already UDAI, which was already existing, came in handy, and the entire the vaccination to about 180 crore odd vaccinations which happened have been tracked to the last mile, and we have both certificates issued online. And how best coding services can be provided. We have today all other government licenses, what we used to call license Raj, is abolished. Several rules are simplified, and therefore single window clearances, whether it is for starting a small business or for starting an educational institution to starting of a healthcare unit or to a pharmaceutical unit. I think each one of them has become very, very easy thanks to the internet, the ICT, and the good coders who have created excellent solutions for that. And that's why, whether it is agriculture, health, education, finance, even space. I remember I went to Chandigarh University a couple of months back, and they are developing a helpline for 75 odd institutions to develop their own nano satellites to be launched by ISRO in one single go. I think all of this requires, what we may say, interaction, collaboration, and what best way could be rather than making use of coding skills of the students. And therefore, the other aspects of using drones for agriculture application, for delivery of goods, emergency items, or robotics in various applications, all of this will certainly require the coding skills. And ultimately, AICT has started its own portal called NEET, National Educational Alliance for Technology, under which many edutech startups have provided AI-based solutions for learning. We already have MOOC platforms, Swayam indigenously developed, or back, in 2010-11 onwards, it was Khan Academy, or it was MIT edX or Coursera. We have our own indigenous Swayam platform with more than 3,000 plus courses of different domains, all available free of cost. But NEET is a platform where we have various edutech companies providing, starting from soft skills to very hard skills, all of them being given training to students over a period of time at a cost of a small fee. But for every 4 students, 1 seat is given free, and we distribute it to students who are economically weak, or those who have socially weak, that means SC, ST, and low income group students. Free of cost, these solutions are provided to them. Thereby, they also learn and come into the domain of not only employable market, but also creating some of the startups. We also have very interesting portal of the internship. When Karan and also your friend were talking, we also talked about internship. Just about 10 days back, we had a very massive portal for 1 crore different types of opportunities. 50 lakh opportunities being provided by Microsoft itself, including certification, to many other agencies like Google, Amazon, AWS, and Indian as well as multinational companies providing huge number of internship opportunities for students for 3 months, 6 months, improving their employability. All of this is going to make India not only Atmanirbhar Bharat, a confident Bharat, a Bharat which will provide solutions not only for our own problems of environment, problems of water, problems of food security, problems of housing, but for all the third world countries, free of cost, and also to the developed world, some of the grand applications. I think that is where India stands today. And Honorable Prime Minister, day in and day out, talks about empowering our youth. AICT in its own way has been doing several programs of curriculum revision, faculty development program under Atal Academy, internship opportunities. We have examination reforms. Each one of these things is going to be an empowering movement for our students. And I'm sure this particular coding contest, from Coding Ninjas, which is an innovative India coding championship, will give way to some of the champions who will emerge out of this. And my appeal to them is, don't take jobs. You create your own startups, create jobs for the nation, for the entire world. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir. And I mean, listening to is always so wonderful and a great learning for all of us. And I think most of us would totally agree with sir that organizing such type of events for our students will definitely help them building and inculcating these high order thinking skills like critical inquiry and creativity, and as sir said, to make our nation as Atmanirbhar Bharat. We have to come up with the startups. Instead of looking for the jobs, we should give jobs to our citizens. So that's very true, sir. And again, thank you so much for coming here and taking your precious time from your busy schedule. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Dr. Richa, you should excuse me. I will leave in another 4-5 minutes. Huh?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you.
Immediate next speaker, I will certainly listen for about 5 minutes and then leave. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So over to you, Karan, please.
Yes. Now I may request to Shruti to give a warm welcome to Honorable Vice Chancellor of Chandigarh University.
Sure, sir. Now I feel extremely privileged to invite the Vice Chancellor of Chandigarh University, Dr. Anand Agarwal, to please enlighten the gathering about the great initiative of Innovative India Coding Competition 2022. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Shruti. Dr. Anil Sahasrabudh, Chairman of AICTE, Mr. Ankush Singla, Co-founder Coding Ninjas, Mr. Anil Srivastav, former Senior Vice President of CSI, and Professor Shan, Dean Academics Affairs of Chandigarh University. Students at different universities, professionals, members of the Chandigarh University, and all other participants. A very good morning to all of you. On behalf of Chandigarh University, I extend a warm welcome to all of you. I appreciate your gracious presence and valuable time with us today on this exciting day of Innovative India Coding Championship 2022 inaugural ceremony. I am delighted after knowing that Coding Ninja has partnered with AICTE, proposing a national level coding event in collaboration with Chandigarh University to commence in July this year. The IICC Innovate India Coding Championship aims to complement the national education policy's broad objective. The Indian education system is striving to develop a culture of practical learning, and this national event aims to provide ambitious coders an opportunity to demonstrate their technical and also problem solving skills. The event targets more than 2 lakh students and will award prizes worth more than rupees 10 lakhs. The students' enthusiasm is exceptional nowadays, and I'm confident that whatever students set their mind to, they can achieve their goal and excel in their efforts. We are here as a university to provide the enthusiastic students and participants with a phenomenal opportunity. IICC is the event that aims to provide participants multiple benefits. It includes recognition of participating institutions and their talents on a national platform, industry placement partners to provide internships and job opportunities to merit holders, Coding Ninja scholarships to all participants of the competition for upskilling, mentorship and upskilling sessions with industry experts, IICC and AICTE certificate to all of the participants. We all know that the path to success is never a smooth and easy transit. To be deserving of every opportunity, we need to work hard to earn the rewards. The competition aims to enhance several skills of participants, very much similar to the comments made by Professor Anil. Being more disciplined and focused is one of the important skill the participants can develop, where participants can solve significant problems in difficult situations and cases during this competition. Participating in such activities teaches how to concentrate on the work at hand and finish it not only promptly but also accurately. Also, it develops the skills of problem solving. Participating in these events aids in solving, designing, and implementing difficult real world programming problems and algorithms in the future. It also helps in learning to work in a team. Participants will need to work effectively in teams. Teamwork involves assessing team members' strengths and weaknesses and effectively allocate responsibilities in the team to realize the intended outcomes. These skills are very important in personal and professional life and are critical for success. My advice for participants is to remain passionate and to remain driven always. Keep learning, achieving, and go high with flying colors. I'm sure this event will be successful and all of you will cooperate, provide support, and work together to provide a rich and rewarding experience and learning to all the participants. Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. We look forward to experiencing and learning to our best potential. Now, I would like to cordially invite our Honorable Formal Regional Vice President of Computer Society of India, Mr. Anil Srivastav, to please come forward and enlighten us with his thoughts. Please, sir.
Thank you, organizers, and it's a privilege to be here and addressing this August gathering with Professor Anil being here. And I just listened to what he had to convey and read. And very fondly, he made me recollect my own association when Professor Rajaraman used to teach us Fortran, and then the coding, programming, and then the essential parts of it, the system analysis, and then with the then you do the system analysis, and then you do the flow chart, and then you do the programming. So that was the thing which we used to do, but now the things have totally changed. Now, friends and the participating students, I will say three things. One is that these are the ages of cutting edge technologies. Now, in every field you find the application of technology and the cutting edge technologies are taking over everything, and the computer has become such an integral part of everyday activities of our life that it is no more is a privilege. It's just that anybody who does not use the computer or the devices, then it becomes on the backstage, or he leaves behind and stays behind, and the crowd moves on. So that is something which one has to understand. And with the cutting edge technologies, this is the age of disruptions. Now, if you find, you will see that everywhere there are disruptions which are taking place. And I will just quote a few because of based upon my experience, which I was doing in the NITI Aayog as a principal advisor for transport and mobility and transformative mobility, storage energy, and all that. So the disruptions are taking place in everything. Professor Anil was talking about the disruptions in the agriculture, disruptions in the other areas, but I would say that this is the age of disruption. Whether you talk about I'll say, take the example of mobility, that the transformation from the fossil fuel mobility to the electric or the clean energy mobility, transformation towards the energy usage, energy generation, and the energy storage, where the new energies or the renewable energies are going to take over very shortly. And along with that, the third thing which I would like to emphasize is the speed at which the learning takes place. The learning curves have sloped more and more. Now it's almost approaching 80 degrees or 90 degrees. It took 100 years for transforming the horse carriages to the petroleum-based cars or the vehicles, but it took just 10 years from moving forward from there, and likewise. And the transformation, the speed at which the transformation takes place is anybody's guess. And even the best of the think tanks, best of the brains are not able to anticipate the pace at which the transformation will take place. Another very example quoted is that the study was given by the AT&T to the McKinsey to find out what will be the adoption of mobile phones by the year 2000. And this study was given in 1985. And the results and the projections which the McKinsey, the best of the agencies, gave was about 200% wrong what they projected. The adoption was much, much faster. That's why I'm saying this is the age of cutting edge technologies. The learning curves are going very fast, and then that is where the role of the youngs and the people do come in. Now, friends, all those who are the participating, this is the age of youngsters. You are full of energy. You can really change the world and the kind of energy you have. So that is where I would like to put emphasis. The times are going to be that of the India. We are the youngest working population in the world, and that is where your role comes in. These kind of events, these kind of activities where the hackathons are organized or the competitions are organized give a very strong platform, very strong basis for the students, for the participants to pick up. I remember we organized a hackathon for the transformative mobility and the battery storage way back in 2018 when we had organized the MOVE Summit in the NITI Aayog. And that's where the kind of participation that took place, and no less than our Honorable Prime Minister participated, and he addressed all the participants through the video conferencing. So that is where the leadership focus is also there. We have an excellent opportunity. We have excellent ecosystem which is developing for the startups. We have excellent opportunities for the youngsters to move forward. As AICD chairman was saying, that the age is for starting, age is for setting up your own ventures rather than looking for just the jobs. The times have changed what they were maybe 35 years back when I was a student and in your shoes. So these are some of the thoughts which come to my mind. I must congratulate Coding Ninjas, the Chandigarh University, and from the Computer Society of India. I must say that the Computer Society of India started with a very modest beginning. I remember my association with the Computer Society of India when I first participated in a paper contest in Osmania University. The two of us came from IIT Kanpur, participated in tournament. That event was not the event. The event was organized by the Computer Society of India. That's how I got associated with this society, and it is still continuing all through my career in the administrative service. I continued with that, and now I find that the computer is something which is not, everybody's life. So the role of the Computer Society of India has gone much, much broader. I look forward to the people contributing to this area, and I also look forward to the Computer Society of India, which is proud of being participating in this kind of events. We would handhold, we will move forward, and we would take this movement, we will take this revolution of cutting edge technologies and everything forward. Thanks a lot, organizers. My best wishes and the compliments, and thanks a lot for giving this opportunity to the Computer Society of India to come forward and express its views and start with the dialogue so that we can move forward with taking the entire country along. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your golden words and for sharing your insights. We are truly blessed to have you here today with us. With immense pleasure, now I would like to call Karan Bhargav to please come forward and give a vote of thanks.
Sure, Shruti. So it is a great honor to be a part of this wonderful event. On the behalf of this entire IICC Council, Coding Ninjas, and the family of Chandigarh University, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Honorable Mr. Anil Sahasrabudhe sir, Chairman AICTE, guest of honor Honorable Mr. Anil Srivastava sir, former Regional Vice President, Computer Society of India, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Chandigarh University, Professor Anand Agarwal, Mr. Ankush Singla, CEO Coding Ninjas, Mr. Kanu Mittal, co-founder Coding Ninja, Mr. Dhaval Parate, co-founder Coding Ninja, and Richa Bansal Man, a project manager at UNESCO, and all the dignitaries who are present here from Chandigarh University. I thanks to all the esteemed dignitaries who graced this event with their presence throughout, and a wide round of applause that we have officially witnessed the launch of the IICC, the world's biggest coding competition. Finally, I would like to thank all of you to present here for making time to be with us today. We all are committed to revolutionizing the coding culture in the country with this grand initiative that is IICC. So looking forward to making this grand event a great success with everyone's blessing. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Now, I would like to thank and appreciate everyone for sharing their valuable time and patience. We're extremely privileged to have you all here with us today. Additionally, I would like to thank our guest for the day, Dr. Anil Sahasrabudhe, Chairman AICTE, for sharing his insights with us. Mr. Anil Srivastava, former Vice President, Computer Society of India, Dr. Richa Bansal, National Project Officer, Youth Partnerships, UNESCO MGIEP, Mr. Ankush Singla, CEO, Coding Ninjas, Dr. Anand Agarwal, Vice Chancellor, Chandigarh University, Dr. V. Priestley Shan, Dean Academic Affairs, Chandigarh University, Mr. Dhaval, co-founder Coding Ninjas, Mr. Kanu Mittal, co-founder of Coding Ninjas, and lastly, Mr. Karan Bhaga, for giving us their valuable time to sparkle this event. Once again, thank you so much, everyone, and I wish a great day ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Shruti, and thanks to you also for hosting the event so wonderfully. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so all the participants who are currently watching us, so I invite all of you on the behalf of the IICC Council to participate in the world's biggest coding competition, that is Innovate India Coding Championship. So looking forward to see all of you in the IICC throughout. Thank you. Signing off, this is Karan Bhargav from Coding India, and Shruti, thanks to you for the wonderful hosting. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.